The rumors are getting louder, and the air in Flowery Branch is thick with suspense, because the 2025 NFL Draft isn't just another chance for the Atlanta Falcons to add talent. It's a risky gamble that could redefine the future of the franchise. But before I tell you what's in store, be sure to hit the like button and comment below with your thoughts on Terry Fontenot's performance. Are you satisfied? Let's see what the future holds. Now, hours before the draft begins in Green Bay, the Falcons are sitting on a powder keg of possibilities with the 15th overall pick. And make no mistake, everyone is watching. You don't have to look far to find signs that Atlanta's war room is far from settled. The Falcons are taking calls, exploring trades and cuts, and analyzing the draft board like a chess grandmaster contemplating a crucial move. The tension is real. One decision could cement a championship-caliber defense. The wrong one could haunt this team for years. Let's talk about the names that have been floating around this pick, starting with Marshall's Mike Green. This guy isn't just an edge rusher, he is the edge rusher. Green led the NCAA in sacks last season and became the symbol of Atlanta's draft dreams. He's explosive, relentless, and a perfect fit for what Raheem Morris wants to build on defense. Scouts love his strength, his technique, and most of all, his knack for collapsing pockets like a tent in a storm. But here's the thing, everyone knows it. The leaks have been pouring out of Atlanta like water through a sieve. Analysts like Todd McShay have linked the Falcons not just to Green, but to a trio of defensive talents: Tennessee's James Pierce Jr., Ole Miss Walter Nolan, and Green himself. And that transparency? It's dangerous. In the NFL draft, deception is a weapon. Without it, Atlanta is an easy target. If a rival general manager smells blood in the water, he could easily outmaneuver the Falcons and steal their coveted pick. Mel Kiper Jr. stirred the pot further with talk of Michigan defensive tackle Kenneth Grant gaining steam. And it's not just speculation, Grant's got the resume to back it up. At 6 feet 4 inches, 331 pounds, he's a space-eating monster who earned All-American honors in 2024 and has the versatility to replace a veteran like Grady Jarrett. He racked up 32 tackles, 7 for loss, and pressured quarterbacks 27 times last season. His burst off the line and ability to disrupt passing lanes with his sheer size make him a sleeper candidate to be Atlanta's pick if they don't get cold feet. Now, let's turn up the heat. Remember what happened last year? The Falcons blindsided the league by landing Michael Penix Jr., a move that was so under wraps, even Las Vegas didn't see it coming. That cloak and dagger approach paid off. But this year, it's been radio silence on the misdirection front. We haven't heard a peep about tight ends like Tyler Warren or corners like Jody Barrow or Will Johnson, which means Atlanta's intentions are glaringly obvious. So what's the play here? The front office, led by GM Terry Fontenot, has to make a choice. They can stay put and hope their guy falls to 15. They can trade up, possibly for Georgia's Michael Williams, who fits Raheem Morris' mold for big-bodied edge threats. Or they can swing a blockbuster deal with the New York Giants that sends the 15th pick to New York in exchange for Kayvon Thibodeau, the former number 5 pick, effectively solving 2 problems at once. It's not just about who they draft, it's about what message they send. Do they double down on defense, looking to finally break a decades-long pass rush drought? Or do they get creative, adding offensive insurance for the post-Kyle Pitts and Caleb McGarry era? And all of this unfolds under the pressure of only having 5 picks total in this draft. Every decision has to count. There's no margin for error. This isn't just about building a team, it's about shaping an identity. Let's pause here and open the floor to you, the heart of Falcons Nation. What would you do if you were in the war room with Terry Fontenot? Would you stand pat and take the best edge rusher available? Or do you swing for the fences and make a franchise-altering trade? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because here's the thing, this isn't just about a single draft pick. It's about a turning point. The Falcons are standing at a crossroads, and every fan knows we've been here before. We've seen potential flash like lightning only to disappear just as quickly. We've felt the sting of underwhelming defenses, the missed tackles, the late-game collapses. That's why this draft feels different. That's why it has to be different. Let's go back to that Kayvon Thibodeau scenario, because if that trade happens, it might be one of the most defining moves Atlanta's made in years. The Giants, desperate for a quarterback, could leap at the chance to grab Jackson Dart. Meanwhile, Atlanta would not only get a young, proven pass rusher but still have flexibility to add more pieces in later rounds, assuming they negotiate right. Thibodeau, once considered a cornerstone defender, could thrive under Raheem Morris's system, especially paired with a guy like Grady Jarrett if he returns to form or someone like Kenneth Grant if drafted alongside him. But it's not just about trading or picking. It's about deception or the lack thereof. Teams have figured out Atlanta's playbook. Everyone from the Bengals to the Dolphins knows the Falcons want a pass rusher badly. And that's a problem. Because when the draft board starts to fall and the picks start rolling in, every team ahead of Atlanta can weaponize that information. They can trade up. They can leapfrog. They can take the guy Atlanta is banking on. And it's not just Green, Pierce, or Nolan. There's also Abdul Carter. He's not just a name in passing. He's the kind of edge talent that could redefine a defense, and some mocks have him going as high as 3rd overall. If the Giants are eyeing a QB and Atlanta can capitalize by flipping the pick, maybe they don't just gain a player, they gain leverage. Now let's talk about the possibility of a bold trade-up. Fontenot has been tight-lipped about it, but don't rule out a jump into the top 10. Michael Williams is the wild card here. Linked to the Saints at number 9, he's exactly the kind of player who fits Morris's defensive mold, big, athletic, and disruptive. If New Orleans passes, could Atlanta package picks or even a future asset to go grab him? All of this is happening in the context of a bigger picture. Atlanta has its quarterback now. It has its star wide receiver. It has its bell cow running back. But if the defense doesn't take a leap, and fast, then all of that offensive firepower won't matter. That's why the focus is so intense. That's why this draft is so critical. Look at the history. Atlanta's defense has struggled to generate pressure consistently for years. It's been a rotating door of stopgaps, and maybe this guy works signings. But that approach won't cut it anymore. The NFC South is wide open. Tampa Bay is transitioning, New Orleans is inconsistent, and Carolina is rebuilding. This is the time to strike. The foundation is there. Now it's about fortifying the walls. One more thing to keep an eye on, don't be surprised if the Falcons pull off a surprise pick for depth in round 2 or 3, especially on offense. Tight end is a sneaky need. Kyle Pitts hasn't been what many hoped since his rookie season, and there's growing speculation the team may start prepping for life without him. Someone like Tyler Warren out of Penn State could be a second-day steal. And let's not ignore the offensive line. Caleb McGarry and Jake Matthews won't anchor the line forever. Developmental tackles could easily be on the radar. What we know for sure is that this draft will be anything but ordinary. The smokescreens may be smaller this year, but the stakes? They're sky high. So here's where we turn the floor over to you. If you're with the Dirty Birds, if you're bleeding red and black, now's your time to speak up. Leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Go Falcons!